Okay. Good morning everyone. Today's experiment is resonance in series RLC circuit. So, what is the condition for resonance? At what condition resonance occurs normally in series RLC circuit? When inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance. During that condition, current will be maximum current will be flowing through the circuit and impedance will be minimum, means this complete circuit will be resistive in nature. So, these are the equipments used in this experiment. This is called cathode ray oscilloscope and this is function generator. This is called multimeter. I discussed about this in introduction class, and this is decade inductance box, decade capacitance box and decade resistance box. So, in this experiment we have to generate 10 volts peak to peak voltage waveform. So, how we will know the magnitude? By using CRO. So, in CRO this is channel 1 and channel 2. So, now we connected this probe to channel 2. Okay. This is volts per division for channel 1 and channel 2, and this is x axis, I mean time per division. So, this is common to both channel 1 and channel 2, and if you want to set the position, this is for channel 1 and this is for channel 2. Okay. For x axis for the time per division it is common, that is this one. Okay. And function generator, this is used to generate waveforms. Okay. In order to get 10 volts peak to peak waveform, we vary using this knob, this is called amplitude knob. Okay. So, multimeter, this is a digital multimeter, this we are using to measure current. So, using this multimeter you can measure ohms, voltage as well as current also, but here we are using to measure current. And this is decade resistance box as I said before. Okay, this is the circuit diagram. So, this is function generator. So, to the function generator one end, this is called T connector, T connection. So, this from this probe you are connecting to ammeter one end. So, if you want low range values, you will connect to this knob. If you want high range values, you will connect to this one. So, from ammeter another end, it is connected to decade inductance box. So, this is 100 millihenry. So, this is 100 millihenry. So, in order to get 100 millihenry, you have to keep remaining all knobs at minimum position. So, how you will get 100 millihenry? When you keep this knob at 1. So, from decade resistance another end, you have to connect to 100 kilo picofarads decade capacitance box. So, this is, so here remaining knobs you have to keep at the minimum position, and 100 kilo picofarads you have to keep it at 1. Similarly, from the this capacitance box, you have to keep another wire to the decade resistance another end. Okay. So, in order to close the circuit, what you have to do? You have to take another wire and simply connect to the function generator another one, this one. Okay. These are called crocodile connectors, pins. So, after all the connections, in order to get 10 to 10 volts peak to peak means from maximum of the positive cycle to the maximum of the negative cycle, that is called peak to peak. So, in order to get 10 volts peak to peak, you have to vary this amplitude knob. Okay. Suppose you might get a waveform some lower or some upper. So, you can use this Y position knob channel 2 and you can set it. So see, now one box is, now voltage per division is at 5 volts. So we have one box on the upper cycle and another box on the lower cycle. So 5 into 2, it is 10 volts. So peak to peak is 10. Now we will start taking the readings by varying the frequency, because when you vary the frequency only at because inductive reactance and capacitive reactance both are frequency dependent. As you vary the frequency at one frequency, both values will become equal, they cancel out each other, and only resistance will remain in the circuit. So if you do theoretical calculations, around 1596 you will be getting resonant frequency. So even practically also you will be getting resonant frequency in between 1500 to 1600. So what happens at high, at that resonant frequency, you will be getting maximum current. So start where you can either vary frequency from 0 or you can vary it from 300, like that, it is your choice. So now I am varying it from 294 hertz. Okay. So what is the current here? 0.7 milliamperes. Okay. Now slowly vary the frequency. So at 400 hertz you are getting 0.96 or 0.93 milliamperes. So at 500, 1.2. So let us go to 800 hertz. See, at 800 hertz your current is 1.86 C milliamps. Okay, at 1000 hertz approximately it is 2.4, 2.28 or 2.33. As frequency will be varying here, there, current also varies a little bit. Now 1200, 2.71. At 1511 or 1510 hertz, you are getting current as 2.95 milliamperes. See, now I increased frequency, but current will start reduce. So at 1600 I am getting 2.93. In between 1500 to 1600 we will be getting the maximum current. So I got 2.93 here. See, at 2000 current started reducing, see 2.71. So now take frequency up to 3300, because you have to get upper cutoff frequency also. So where we will get upper cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequencies? At the 1 by root 2 times of the maximum current, you will be getting the upper cutoff and lower cutoff frequencies. See, at 2300 it is approximately 2.4 milliamps. So increase, as you increase, current will start decreasing. At 2500 it is 2.2. It became 1.7. So 3300, it became approximately 1.6. Okay, so you will get maximum current in between 1500. So you will get maximum current in between 1500 to 1600 hertz. Okay, this is about the resonance in series RLC circuit. So you have to do theoretical calculations, and then you have to verify whether practical values are equal to theoretical values. So practical and theoretical values, they'll vary a bit. Okay, and you have to draw the graph. So this is the graph. On x-axis you have to take frequency in hertz, and on y-axis you have to take current in milliamperes. So whatever current we are measuring, that is in milliamps. So this is how you draw the current graph, and this is the point where you will get maximum current. Okay, and see, this is Im by root 2. So at this point you will be getting half power frequencies, that is lower cutoff frequency and upper cutoff frequency. Okay, these are the theoretical calculations. You know, FR stands for resonant frequency 1 by 2 pi under root LC. Okay, L and C values they will be mentioned in the apparatus one table. So you can calculate F1 and F2, and BW stands for bandwidth. So that is nothing but F2 minus F1, upper cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. And from here you can calculate quality factor when you know resonant frequency and bandwidth.